Chapter 8 The Unexpected Visitor. Before we begin, from the very inception, when the man set his foot on the moon first,
there have been many space visits by astronauts
of the world. Spaceship carries astronauts out of the Earth's atmosphere so that they may conduct various experiments, carry out researches, and collect samples from various celestial bodies. Living in space is a difficult task for astronauts as they have to survive and do their work in a completely different atmosphere. Let's read the story about a group of astronauts who encounter a visitor in their spaceship. After working smoothly for such a long time, the engines and navigation systems of spaceship ESV Einstein have suddenly failed. Lights come up on the bridge of a spacecraft. Captain William and two members of his crew, Simon and Larry. William is speaking into a communication device. William says, "This is Captain William of the ESV Einstein. We only have a few hours of life support left. Our engines and our navigation systems have failed. Our situation is desperate. We have no idea where we have reached. If you copy it, please respond." He turns off the device. Simon says, "Doesn't look good, does it?" William says, "Never looks good. Life is hard and it's over too soon." Larry says, "Hey, you know what day this is?" William says, "It's the day we are all going to die." Larry says, "No, I mean back on Earth. It's Christmas Day, Captain." William says, "Well, at least I don't have to worry about someone giving me a fruit cake." There comes the sound of a tremendous pounding, as though something was hammering on the outside of the ship. Simon says, "What the?" Larry says, "We're in the middle of space. There can't be anything out there." William says, "Could be a rescue ship. Open the airlock now." Larry turns some dials on a control panel. Larry says, "Outer lock open. Outer lock closed. Injecting atmosphere. Interior lock opening." Enters Santa Claus with a huge bag of gifts. Santa says, "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner, but Christmas is a busy day for me. Larry Alba, I have something for you I know you'd like. A shiny new quantifree bostat. It's just what you need to repair your engines." Santa takes a strange-looking gizmo out of his sack. Larry says, "Captain, he's right. This will fix the engines." Larry runs off to fix the engines. Santa says, "Noah, Simon, I haven't forgotten you. Here's the Vaxotran you need to fix your navigation equipment." Santa takes another strange device out of his sack and gives it to Simon. Simon says, "I don't believe this. This is exactly what we need to find our way home. I'll go install it right now." Simon exits. William says, "Who are you?" Santa says, "Don't you recognize me, Captain? I'm Santa Claus." William says, "No, I mean, who are you really?" Santa says, "You'd really like to know, wouldn't you? It would make you happy to know." William says, "I don't know about happy. You're an alien, aren't you?" Santa says, "Let's just say I live to make people happy." William says, "Let's just say you're lying through your teeth." Santa says, "No, I'm telling the truth. I'm a symbiont. I'm made of energy and I travel through the universe spreading happiness. I feed on the feelings of joy I create. That happy energy is what keeps me alive." William says, "I've been from one end of the galaxy to the other and I've never seen anything as nice as you claim to be. Life is hard and the only way to survive is to be always ready for the worst. Santa says, "Captain, what gift can I give you to make you happy?" William says, "Why don't you give me a cryzo gun?" Santa reaches into his bag of gifts and takes out a cryzo gun which he gives to the captain. Santa says, "Merry Christmas, Captain!" The captain points the gun at Santa. William says, "Now, perhaps you wouldn't mind telling me how you knew exactly what was wrong with our equipment? Could it be that you caused the malfunctions in the first place?" Santa turns sinister. Santa says, "Captain, you asked for a cryzo gun. You didn't ask for the ammunition you need to operate it." William says, "That's all right. I already have the ammunition." Carter slaps an ammo clip onto his cryzo gun. Santa digs into his sack for another ray gun, but before Santa can fire, Carter shoots. Santa falls dead. A moment later, Simon and Larry enter. Simon says, "Captain!" Larry says, "What happened?" William says, "I didn't trust this fellow. I'm not sure exactly what he was up to, but it's over now. I think this calls for a celebration." Captain William exits. As soon as he's gone, Santa sits up. He is fine. Santa says, "Don't be sad. I'm perfectly fine." Larry says, "Santa!" Simon says, "What happened?" Santa says, "I gave the captain what he wanted most in the world. Validation of his view of life. It's not what most people would choose for a Christmas present, but it's what he wanted. You will keep my survival our little secret, won't you? I wouldn't want to spoil his Christmas." Santa starts to exit. Larry says, "Where are you going, Santa?" Santa says, "Back to the airlock. There are a lot of people in the universe for me to make happy." Simon says, "You really are Santa Claus, aren't you?" Santa says, "Merry Christmas, Noah Simon." Santa exits.